I'll appreciate you. Yeah. In a bit, we are joined now by, I'm going to go ahead and say, a best friend of the show. One of our biggest, most frequent visitors. He is an absolute Renaissance man. And I have no idea how he continues to find time to even hang out with us, because he was a pro football player, Dancing with the Stars champion, a New York Times best-selling author, and he has a new book now called Arcade and the Triple T Token. And it is available right now. The first of many. Welcome back to the breakfast table, Rashad Jennings!
Appreciate the
Renaissance man.
The Coin Slot Chronicles. That means there's more than one book coming up, and I cannot wait to dig into this. But how are you? How are you feeling? What's been up since last time we saw you?
I'm amazing. I feel as good as all of y'all look, clearly. I've been doing a lot of movements, traveling. I'm out in L.A. now, pretty much home base. Get into TV, acting, hosting, commentating, finding my space, finding my lane, and continue to write books, motivational speaking. I'm having fun with life.
You do absolutely everything. I'm looking at his bio on the back of this. It takes like 6 pages to even get out the smallest print. I want to talk about the Giants. We'll get into this in a bit. You were a huge supporter of Odell Beckham Jr. We know that. You played with him for 3 years here in New York. When you heard that he was actually traded from the Giants to the Browns, what was your reaction, and what do you think?
I had some mixed feelings. I was shocked, but I'm not surprised, if you will. You know, it's in the league, you see guys get traded all the time. But Odell is a rare talent. He's a generational talent. I kind of see from a distance, if I could throw a note, that I feel like the Giants kind of are filing bankruptcy a little bit with some things and say, you know what, we're going to start over. 2 years ago, they let go of Snacks. They let go of Eli. They let go of Eli Apple. They let go of Landon. Then we sign them, and then Vernon, and now Odell. So I feel like they're saying, here's all our money makers. We want to mix it up. That's how I feel. I feel like Odell, though, is in a great position. He gets to go perform somewhere where it's really ain't nothing else to do but play football. And also he's teaming up with one of his good friends. So I think it's a good look for him. But the Giants, too, they got an idea what they want to do.
I love that. You make sense when saying that they're filing for bankruptcy because they're trying to get rid of a lot of that cash. Now, if Gettleman is part of this decision-making, he'd be the financial advisor. And we had him on the show. The general manager spoke to Peter Schrager, and we asked him about the long-term range plans for the Giants, and this is what he had to say.
We're building and you can win and build at the same time. They're not, two separate pieces. You can do that, and we're going to do that. We're going to fix this, and we're going to be better.
So how do you feel about that? You can rebuild and win at the same time, and kind of knowing how the Giants work, what's your opinion on that plan?
Absolutely. I think you can. I think they will. They're getting more draft picks. This year. They're going to have 2 first-round draft picks. They're going to get everything that they want and need. And they have an idea of who they want moving forward in each position. So I feel like as an organization, especially when they come in with a different coach, you got a different GM, you have ideas of how you see the future. And this is a futuristic plan. And it's not going to happen overnight. But you definitely can win in the process of building an organization over again. And I think that's what they're going to do.
They got pick number 6. They got 17. Rashad, they got a 38-year-old quarterback who has not won for a few years now. If you were advising them, would you say at 6 or at 17, do you take a quarterback?
Absolutely not.
No,
I don't. I wouldn't. if I'm in that position, and obviously I have to talk to nobody. This is coming.
Wow,
from,
Rashad.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't pick a quarterback there. The recipe, to succeed, all you have to do is follow people's recipe. People work years and years and years to come up with a perfect recipe. Then all you have to do is follow it, right? So look at people's recipes, how they turn an organization around, or even flip from a losing season to a winning season. You look at the Colts. They had a losing season, most sacks. They turn around the next year, least sacks, they win. What was the recipe? They fixed the offensive line, right?
You think Eli has Andrew Luck's game and his youth?
I'm not comparing that right this second. What I'm comparing is the recipe. So first fix the recipe, the offensive line. Get the offensive line right, feel comfortable there, get your skill positions, defensive line, etc. And then who I think you bring in, I would probably draft a later round quarterback to come in and not back up Eli, right? Because they're going to have to move forward. You can't replace Eli is what he's done. But at some point you are going to have to move forward with another QB. And what I would do is would save that quarterback to back up who I would attack in free agency, which would be Russell Wilson next year.
Ooh.
Okay, you're throwing a lot out there right now.
bombs.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Recipe, you keep saying recipe. Speaking of Russell Wilson, the recipe for his first Super Bowl was young draft pick quarterback, paying him crumbs, and build around him. Pat Mahomes, 50 touchdowns, young draft pick quarterback, build around him. You look at Carson Wentz, when he was on that MVP season before, he was a young draft pick quarterback, pay him crumbs, build around him. So there is a recipe for the opposite of what you're saying.
Exactly. It's just a matter of what you want to eat.
Okay, but that's true. Now you bring in Russell Wilson, which is tantalizing for us. We work here in New York. Have Russell Wilson here in New York City would be fantastic, and I know every Giants fan would love it. But Russell Wilson coming here on a big contract, does that kind of handicap your team just like Eli is making $23 million and not playing at the highest level we expect him to play at? I'm playing devil's advocate.
Russell wants that 35, 40.
I'm playing devil's advocate right now to you.
Yeah,
And I'm an Eli fan as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big, obviously, Eli fan. And like I said, that's what I said. You can't, and I'm making sure it's understood, you can't replace him.
Right.
But at some point, you're going to have to move forward with another quarterback. He understands. Everybody understands that. It's just a matter of how. Now, if you bring in a young quarterback who's not proven in the league, you also have to take that into consideration that you could be wasting some money too. Why not get a vet who you know is going to have a healthy and a longer career and continue to progress and bring him in New York?
I mean, it might be a better deal than looking at the draft when nothing is a sure thing. We know that Russell Wilson is a special
Yeah, no
player,
doubt
which is
about
probably
that.
why he will get all of the money that he's seeking. I want to talk about the draft, though, and give some credit where credit is due. The 2018 draft, let's kick it back to a year ago, had a lot of talent. We're talking about at every position. And you tweeted in March, so a year ago, over a month before, by the way, they made that pick of Saquon Barkley at number 2 overall, that he would be Rookie of the Year. That was the tweet that you sent out. So I want to know what you saw in him, what do you see in him after this year, and just size up
Here's the tweet.
this running back for us.
There it is right there. Listen, I feel like when I saw this kid run his 40, when I saw then I started looking at all of his college film, I felt like he was going to be a generational running back as well. He's a special guy. And a lot of people said, I don't know, well, maybe we should get a quarterback here. And I said, well, are y'all kidding me? This kid is unique. He's going to definitely win Rookie of the Year, and he did. Now, for him, what makes him special too, he wants to be great, right? You know, the first time I met him on the sideline during the game. I was saying hello to everybody, you know, hugs and everything. He was on the sideline, he was playing against Dallas, getting ready before the game started. I said, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Rashad Jennings. He dapped me up. He said, hey, I was watching some film about a week ago. Coach had put on a power run that you had did. Now, when you would look at, like, he was just getting into it. I was like, bro, how you doing, man? It's game time. Get your thing ready. Listen, we could chat later.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, this dude is so eager to learn as much as he can from every single person to be the best running back he can. That doesn't happen all the time, especially for a young rookie with all that type of talent.
Generational talent.
Yeah.
You know what's got talent? I can tell already. Arcade and the Triple T token. You had us at Arcade. I don't think people appreciate that word as much as they used to. It's retro. It looks incredible. Look at the cover alone. Cannot wait to get this book. Check it out. Arcade and the Triple T token by Rashad Jennings.
In one sentence, size up what this book's about.
Oh, man. That's a tough one. This book in one sentence, though, is really about a kid overcoming adversity through fun, through love, and how to handle difficult times in life.
Cannot wait to see it. You wrote the If in Life, which was an incredible book as well for adults. Now you're inspiring children. So I can't wait to read this. Arcade and the Triple Token. Pick it up.
Please,
More
get it.
Good Morning
Love
Football up ahead. Thanks for coming and hanging
That's
out.
awesome.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for making time for the little people out here.
Y'all